So The Midnight Club is Mike Flanagan's latest addition to the horror genre, and it is pretty slow, and it unfortunately could be quite boring at times, which is a little disappointing considering Mike Flanagan is the creator of Haunting of Hill House, which is one of the best fucking horror television shows you'll ever watch. So the show is about a group of terminal teenagers, most of which have cancer, one of which has AIDS, and they get together at midnight to tell each other horror stories. Which, when I heard the premise, it immediately gave me Are You Afraid of the Dark vibes. It's like, okay, this could be really cool. And at some points, it is really cool. But for the most part, it's not amazing. The stories that they tell are loosely based off of their own lives, and that really comes to realization a couple of episodes in, after a couple of stories. And it is interesting to see them incorporate their personal lives before they got diagnosed with their terminal disease into these stories. Heather Langenkamp, who is best known as Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street, she plays the I don't want to say doctor. I don't think she's no. I think she's a doctor. I don't remember. That's how kind of like spacey I got during the show because it was just so slow sometimes. But she is in this, and she is very good in this because she sort of plays a number of different characters because she plays some characters in these stories because we do see them acted out, much like Are You Afraid of the Dark? But the big twist that literally is shown the very last frame of the last episode, which potentially keeps it open for season 2, you do see it coming from a mile away. So we are made to believe that there's this like evil presence in this house, and it's like going after these kids. And by the end of the season, the end, possibly series, because who knows if this is getting a season 2, by the end of it, it becomes apparent that it's not what it seems. I'm not going to say what it seems because, if you haven't watched it, if you are interested in watching it, I'm not going to spoil it for you. And you can also see that coming a mile away. Like it is overall pretty obvious because these kids are unfortunately dying. So you kind of get the sense of what's going on. At the end of the day, The Midnight Club, it is actually very, very well acted. The teens, who are probably really in their 20s, because nobody their age plays their age on screen these days, just because they happen to look young. But the actors that portrayed the terminal teens, I think they did it very, very well. And I feel like it portrayed death very well as well. Like, it doesn't necessarily just treat it as, oh yeah, you're terminal, you're going to die, whatever. It actually takes care of the characters. The characters, they do things to help themselves transition and like come to terms. And like the doctor and the nurse that's taking care of them, like he's very caring and it's heartwarming. So there is that at least. And this really is, it is horror, but it's a different kind of horror. I give The Midnight Club a C.
Did you enjoy the review? Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to get notified when more reviews go live. Feel free to leave a comment to discuss your thoughts on the movie or show, and I will see you next time.